Today we honored some incredible teachers. We have teachers in science and in mathematics that were honored today. One of them was selected to be a national awardee in science and math and was honored last year at the White House. We recognized 3 nominees from Louisiana, which we hope will be recognized nationally and will also be honored at the White House here not too long. So really good news that people from all around the state were acknowledged as being superior math and science teachers. In fact, one of the science teachers that we recognized today just won this week an Intel award, Intel Corporation, which acknowledges great science teaching in the classroom. They were given a $10,000 check from Intel. So it just goes to show we have some wonderful teachers who are doing very effective jobs in our schools in Louisiana.
My name is Pam Goodner. I teach at high school math at Episcopal High School in Baton Rouge. I'm the Presidential Award winner of 2009 for the state of Louisiana. My philosophy of teaching is basically to make kids understand and love mathematics enough that they can apply it in real life and see the value of what they're doing and become lifelong learners and thinkers.
My name is Lisa Hartman. I teach at Ben Franklin High School. I'm a chemistry teacher and I'm also a biology teacher. My philosophy of education stems around the fact that I want to make all my classes very student-oriented. I want to make sure that I'm listening very well so that I can hear that they're engaging in higher-order thinking and to make sure that I understand what they know and what they don't know.
Why is it important that kids learn science?
It's important because I feel like it's a basis for logical thinking in general. And I think that no matter what a child goes into when they reach college, it's a basis of any education in order to teach them how to think logically, rationally, how to reason through things. So I think it's important for any particular thing they go into.
First of all, I try to make sure that they are involved in my lessons so that everything's very interactive. I try to do projects so that they can see the relevance of math to what they're doing every day, day to day.
Why is it important that kids learn math?
Because math teaches you to think. If you can't do math, you're not a logical thinker, so you can't think through problems that may come up as you go through life in general. Also, math is the basics of everything that we do. It's, it's protecting your money when you get older, learning how to make money and manage your money. If you don't have a good number sense, you're not going to be able to do that.
Are you seeing more kids getting interested in mathematics?
Yes, thankfully, and a lot of girls are getting interested in math at higher levels, so that's a great sign.
My name is Paige Falcon. I teach at Terrytown Elementary in Terrytown, Louisiana, right outside of New Orleans. I teach 4th grade, language arts and math, and my philosophy is to make learning fun.
How do you do that?
We sing and we dance and everything is interactive in my classroom, and I believe that our students come from such an interactive world that everything needs to be hands-on and fun. It needs to be engaging.
Are you seeing kids getting more interested in science and math?
I think so.
What's the trick? What does it take to get a kid interested in science and math?
Make it fun. I really do. And we've brought in so much technology, and I think technology really opens up the world to the students. Because my students, things that they wouldn't normally see can be brought into the classroom through technology.
I teach science lab. I'm the science specialist at Westdále Heights Academic Magnet, and my philosophy about science at the elementary level for kids, there are several things that I hope to accomplish. Is one, to give kids a positive attitude about science and seeing science as something that's doable so they're not afraid of it when they get in college, and to give them a big picture about what's going on in chemistry, give them the hands-on activities so that they understand what's going on, to make it real, and to build environmental stewards and scientific literate citizens for the 21st century. Kids who know their science, who understand, who love science, and when they get to be adults can make wise decisions whether they're voting or whether they're in a political position or whether they're scientists inventing things.
Why is it difficult for some kids sometimes to learn science?
Because I don't think they have the big picture. I think if we give them more hands-on and gradually move them to the more abstract as we get up and make it more relevant, things like that, so that they know why they're doing it and they're interested in doing it, so that, you know, when they're doing formulas and when they're sitting down doing the grunge work, that they understand where they're going with it. But they, you know, you can't just teach that in isolation.
What kind of advice would you have for other science teachers throughout the state?
Get your kids outside. Kids do not go outside, and they're not having the experience I had when I was a kid, playing in ditches and, you know, working with plants and animals and just being around things. So they're lacking a lot of knowledge that they revert back to when they are in, you know, high school and college, where they say, you know, when the teacher talks about something, they go, oh yeah, I remember that when I saw the crawfish crawling, I know that's an arthropod. They don't have that kind of reference anymore because they're not going outside. And they're not, if they don't go outside and do things and learn about the environment and develop a passion, they will never care. They won't care, and they won't be environmental stewards. They won't vote to save the environment. They won't do anything. They won't come out with a new solution for alternative fuels. It takes a passion first, and we have to develop that.
By taking them outside?
Taking them outside. Doing things, doing relevant, meaningful things outside. Put them in charge of their learning. Like if there's an environmental issue that they're concerned, they're hearing about, they ask you about, say, okay, what can we do about it? You know, what can we do? I know that at our school, the kids were very upset when Steve Irwin died, and they're very upset about endangered animals. Instead of doing posters and things about endangered animals, we research, and we have a night where we spend a night in the gym, and we raise money for wildlife warriors. We've raised $8,000 in the past 4 years. And the kids actually have a reason for researching these animals and learning about them. Then that night they take and they make, they're with their little tribe, they make banners, they paint themselves like the animals and do all kinds of things. And then at the end of about 10 o'clock that night, they teach the other groups about their endangered animals and why we should try to save them. And we watch Steve Irwin movies all night.
My name is Michelle Morbanc. I teach at Thibodaux Elementary. I teach kindergarten, all subjects. My philosophy in teaching is to have children become aware of their environment, to inquire, investigate, and get excited about learning about things around them.
How do you do that?
I do that by fully engaging children, building background knowledge, fully engaging children in content where they can inquire and ask questions and investigate about the questions that they have to come up with answers about the world.
How do you get kids interested in math and science at that age?
I use a lot of technology where they're fully engaged with different things, different ways, through books, through hands-on experiences, through videos and things like that to relate things to their world.
What advice would you have for other teachers throughout the state?
Oh, I think it's a wonderful teaching experience. I think it is an awesome thing when you actually influence children to want to learn more, to get excited about things around them so they can benefit the world around them in the long run when they get older.
What kind of a message does this send out to the rest of the state and to the nation?
Well, I hope it encourages other teachers to know that they'll be recognized when they do good work, and that we will recognize them, the White House will recognize them, Intel will recognize them. It just sends a really positive message out there.